Champion's Mile.
What a race.
I'm excited about this.
This is a phenomenal race. Fangirl is currently the 270 favourite.
Unbeatable.
Mr Brightside, $3. Alligator Blood, $3.50. Pride of Jenny is on the next line of betting out to $14. I'd say this is a 3-horse race. Happy to be told differently. You guys are already chiming in saying it's a 1-horse race. Fangirl, Mr B, Alligator Blood, Zamet, tell me. Who are we backing? Who goes into the place multi?
I think Zam. Just a guess. I think that he's going to side with Mr Brightside.
I would think he's been a big Mr B fan, for a lot.
This is why BJ gets paid the big bucks, and this is why he's very, very good. He can read humans, not just horses. He's spot on.
He's
like
poker.
that.
That's why I'm such a great.
He
poker
picked you
player.
in the yard.
He's read me like a book. He's read me like a book from another state. I'm scared. I was hoping he'd go first. I wanted to hear what he had to say about Fangirl. He's jumped in. He's very keen. And no surprises insofar as she's going to be incredibly hard to beat. I just can't come into her at those odds. That's a big overcompensation there for the bad luck story in the Cox Plate and the big spike and win in the King Charles. Back to a mile, she's probably going to be particularly well suited, but she meets arguably the best miler in the country here, and Mr Brightside, who was phenomenal in the Cox Plate. Got a beautiful run through, but best last 200 of any horse in that race. Very unlucky to get beat. Back to a mile holds no fears. He's fantastic around Flemington. You're getting a price. You probably would never have foreseen this price a couple of starts ago for this horse in this race. Yeah. But that was the impact of Fangirl's run 2 starts ago on everybody and on the market, as well as what was one of many hard luck stories in the Cox Plate. So I'm not getting too carried away, especially with her typically negative racing pattern, to be charging in at those odds. I can't do it. Mr. Brightside for me.
Yeah, $3. Amazing that it's not the fave in this race, I think, to be really honest with you.
Now, let me read BJ. You're going to tip Fangirl.
Yeah, okay.
I'm definitely going to tip Fangirl. I'm definitely going to tip Fangirl.
He's good.
It's a good race, but I think it sets up perfectly for her. There's going to be plenty of speed. Pride of Jenny, we saw what she did last week. Brutal tempo. I think that's absolutely perfect for Fangirl.
Hang on. Talk to me. Is it?
Yeah. So it's a small field. All right. So I'm not going to worry about the draw for Fangirl. She's not going to go back to last. It's not a start of the prep run. It's not one of those Chris Waller, I'll drag you back to last and we'll let you run on for a later race. This is grand final day. So expect James to give her a dig out of the gates. There will be gaps between the fields. He's going to find one off. He can potentially, I don't think he's going to be last. I think he's going to probably be in front of a pair. We're going to see Alligator Blood probably drop in behind Pride of Jenny. She was backed as if she was I'm not going to say unbeatable, but she was heavily supported in that Cox Plate with a wide draw against and for a potentially really fast run Cox Plate. Off the back of that slow tempo race at Randwick where she showed a good turn of foot and she beat Mr Brightside. Given the fact that she received that market support from the wide draw in the Cox Plate where she was always going to be last, first attempt over 2,000 metres in a strongly run race, which was a complete excuse run, I think we can take that market support with confidence. Coming back to a mile, a distance that she's run in the past, getting a good tempo here, which was the potential for the setup prior to that market support in the Cox Plate, we can take that market support with confidence and back her accordingly here. I actually think Mr Brightside will start third favourite here. I think
Alligator Blood.
She'll start favourite. I think Alligator Blood will start second favourite, and I think he'll start third favourite.
The only reason I say talk to me about that, BJ, is to the 800 in the King Charles, she's gone 9 lengths under class benchmark. 9 lengths and come home 400 to the finish, 5 lengths above. That wasn't a brutal tempo by any stretch. I was just interested that you think that a strong tempo set by Pride of Jenny is necessarily something that's going to suit her. I thought it was potentially a query. I feel like it's when she can get a nice run and take up a decent position through a low barrier with a softer speed, her turn of foot really comes to the fore.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the tempo of this race helps her from the draw.
To give it so she doesn't need to go back to last. No, that's fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Strap yourself in.
Oh, here we go.
Banker's choice.
Please tell me.
Banker's choice.
No, Alligator Blood.
Here comes the blood.
I knew it. How good's that? Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever... Have you tipped Alligator Blood before?
Oh, maybe not in the last 700 days.
This is exciting, punters. This is
I love
exciting.
that. Big heart pounding.
Tell me. Talk to me. Come on.
Well, he won this.
My big heart pounding now.
He won this race last year after coming out of the Cox Plate.
Yeah.
Wasn't as strong a field. I think he had to beat Tuvalu last year. So Mr Brightside and Fangirl definitely better horses than what he beat 12 months ago. But I just come back to sort of the way that this race could be run and look at that run where he won over the 2,000 metres where he had just fine go forward. So I think Pride of Jenny is going to be that horse that makes it a genuinely run tempo, and he's just going to have the drop on her. And if the field stretches out, I think that is a negative for Fangirl, and I think that's a negative for Mr Brightside, depending on how far back he gets. So I think Alligator Blood's the horse with the first shot at them. We've seen how good Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott have been this spring with their horses just getting them rock hard fit. Not even this spring, just forever. But especially I feel like we've noticed it more lately that these rock hard fit horses deep into their preparations up on speed are just super hard to get past. And then you throw in the tenacity that Alligator Blood does have. I think he's really, really hard to beat here.
I agree with Nick on this one, guys.
The other thing I will say too is when he won the Underwood, you had Vow and Declare run second, you had Jewis run third, and he put a space on them. And then Jewis arguably should have won the Cox Plate, I think anyway. Like
you can't make that argument because he was in the Cox Plate.
That's right.
Yeah, but
and Vow Declare's done nothing since.
We're tying in form.
But I think Alligator Blood is better suited back to the mile.
Maybe Alligator Blood had every conceivable in the Cox Plate, every conceivable, and I thought,
and he was right there, and he beat all bar Mr Brightside.
Yeah, I thought Mr Brightside was a better run. I think Mr Brightside is just as suited back to a mile, and I think Fangirl was arguably a better run behind. But I can't knock you.
I actually understand what you're saying now.
Because
you don't think he's suited at 2,000 metres, so that's where you're making that comparison. Yes. Got that.
But your comparison was over a 2,000 metre race.
It was, yeah. But I'm with him.
We're making it hard for Sam.
You can't shit on me for tipping the horse for the first time.
It's not hard for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is so easy.
Nick's played his cards very well today. Very well today.
I still didn't even get in secret.
Alligator Place. No, I don't even know what there's no third dividend in this race, would there be?
Max unbeaten on Fangirl as well.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, he is unbeaten on Fangirl.
I'm not having Fangirl. I think I'm heading kind of coming from the same direction as you, Zamet, with Fangirl. Mm-hmm. I think Mr Brightside is the one to beat, but Alligator Blood, there's a chance here that this doesn't set up well from. Especially if Pride of Jenny goes out there and just goes full throttle. The Blood might be the only thing that can kind of stay up, might stretch them out a little bit, and they've got too much work to do late.
Yeah. That was a massive go on Fangirl in the Cox Plate.
Was it that big? Was it that big?
Go.
But everyone thought
it was 11 into 6. She was 11 into 6.
Was she 11 into 650?
Like that.
Yeah, I knew she was around the 6 mark.
It was a massive go, considering like 2,000 metres for the first time. Strong tempo.
I just think it was off the back of that rating.
And the draw.
Yeah. The draw is why I penned her. I've got no idea why people charged into her when she drew that way. Anyone I spoke to, I said, I cannot back her until I see the barrier. Saw the barrier and said, she's done. Race is over. So I was surprised.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that market support.
One thing I'll say, BJ, that girl announced herself this track and distance, didn't she? She exploded onto the scene in the Carbine Club.
Carbine Club.
1,600
Carbine
metres
Club,
Flemington.
yeah.
So her one visit there was phenomenal. She blew them away.
Was that off like Reginald Allen win or something like that?
Goulburn Maiden, Reginald Allen.
Yeah.
Carbine
So
Club.
she's going to love getting back there, you'd think.